Well, returning now to our special Spot the Scam series. Tonight, we're focusing on how criminals are using artificial intelligence. Earlier in the newscast, we heard from an Ottawa couple scammed out of $177,000. And it all started with a deep fake video promoting an investment opportunity that ended up costing them everything. Joining us now is Umang Handa, a partner at EY Canada and cybersecurity expert. Thank you for being here. Let's talk about EY Canada's latest cybersecurity threat outlook report and just what it is showing us.
Thank you for having me, Patricia. It's a pleasure to be here. And definitely scams and frauds are increasing, and definitely the AI landscape has changed the way we operate and how we look at things as well as how criminals are looking at things. The cybersecurity threat outlook for 2025 has highlighted a number of things. There's obviously a lot of threat activity with state-sponsored threats, but there's something very interesting as it relates to, the common scams that are happening in Canada and beyond. Threat actors are seeing a number of scams, launching a number of scams around Canada within, the space of deepfakes, where they have the ability to, call someone with someone else's voice, ability to call someone on a video call with someone else's face and voice, but also, combine that with a sense of urgency, a sense of, loss or something of that nature that makes people fall for it. So we're seeing a lot of that. And at an average, we are seeing, if you have to take an average of all of this, 27% of Canadians were deceived into losing an average of $1,400 overall in 2024 itself.
That is a huge percentage, obviously, of Canadians who are losing money to these scams. And they're so tough to determine whether those deep fakes are real or not. I know in speaking before, you said even for you as an expert in this field, you often don't know whether something is real or not.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, if you asked me about a year or two ago, right, it was easier to spot if something is a deep fake, a synthetic media, a scam, or something generated through a computer, because there was some glitches every now and then, and you could tell like there's a robotic voice on the other side. There's, this video that is not looking very accurate. The mouth is not syncing with the voice. But now it's all gone away. In fact, there's professional tools that are actually have the ability to do it, and they're available for free for the most part. So what really is happening is the sense of realism has blurred. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, it's very real. And you need all of maybe 2 minutes of someone's clip or 2 minutes of someone's voice to actually create a deep fake of it.
Okay, what about complex cyber attacks? How do these work?
So complex cyber attacks, I would not call them so complex because they're becoming easier by the day, but a complex cyber attack, let's say, about a couple of years ago, you're still getting phishing emails. Somebody sends you a very good email, too good to be true, but somebody can click on it. Now what's happening is you get a call, and that call can be from someone you know. It could be a call from me to someone that they know, like they know me. And that is followed by, let's say, a meeting invite where somebody joins the call and says, well, can you install this on your laptop, and gains full control of the system. And that can happen to individuals, that can happen to people who are in corporations. Some of the other scams that are happening are investment scams where they ask you to invest a small amount, let's say $100, and they show how much it's grown. It's grown to, let's say, $15,000, and they keep asking you to invest and ask for control over your bank accounts as well. And that leads to very often a full loss of savings or whatever is in the bank account.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many scams, and as you go through them, I think people find it overwhelming. When we talked before on radio, I asked you, is there a chance that this just all becomes too much and eventually the bad guys win and the good guys are struggling to keep up? And you were very reassuring in saying, no, you don't think that will happen. And that is because why? The good guys are using the AI as well and fighting back?
That's right. So look, there's bad guys are not taking over. The losses are there. There's always going to be a place where bad guys are going to be misusing the technology when it comes out. But having said that, the coalition we formed within Canada of the banks, of the telcos, major consulting organizations in cybersecurity and others, they're trying to help people through it. They're trying to help educate. I've been seeing a lot of educational campaigns. I mean, it still starts with education. A lot of educational campaigns being launched by the banks to talk about deepfakes, talk about frauds. And now there's technologies that are coming up which are going to be able to tell us if this is an AI or if this is a person. While it's not released at scale, but I see that coming out in the next few years as well.
Okay, and so we're talking about how businesses can help us out. Just quickly, can we use ChatGPT? Can we use AI ourselves in our own defense?
So talking about ChatGPT, I would say one of the days I actually used ChatGPT to create AI image of somebody like completely fake, and I put it on another tool like that, and the other tool was not able to tell me if this is an AI generated image. So the answer is to some extent you can. So you can use that to help you out, but you cannot rely on the results of that. But that definitely is one of the tools. In fact, AI in itself is being used to determine if something is AI, but it's not foolproof.
All right. Thank you, Umang Handa. We've covered a lot of ground. Appreciate it. Partner at EY Canada and cybersecurity expert. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for your time.